What's going on, America? This is Kevin in Kevin's Corner, and you know what time it is. It's time to try to make some sense out of nonsense. But before I do that, some house cleaning rules. I don't want to hear nobody else talking about my raggedy mailbox. You understand? All right? That's my mailbox. It might not be pretty, but it's mine. And me, I ain't got time to be worrying about a golden mailbox. I don't want no silver, nickel-plated mailbox. It's just for mail, okay? All right, my priorities are elsewhere, so leave my mailbox alone. Now, getting back to making sense out of nonsense. You know what doesn't make sense to me? That someone who really claimed that they had nothing to do with this whole Russia investigation, they didn't know anything, they ain't know nothing about no dossier, all of that stuff. Why would they be worried about the House Intel doing some type of investigation about how the FBI handled the whole Hillary Clinton investigation and the Mueller investigation and this whole Russia investigation and where it stemmed from and how it evolved and all of that stuff? If I'm John Brennan, who was innocent, hands clean, had nothing to do with it, I would be going, you know what, that ain't got nothing to do with me. In fact, go ahead, knock yourself out. Because what I really want to see in America is justice. What I really want to see is to make sure that the American people are confident in our FBI, in our CIA, in our DOJ, all of that stuff. I would want to see that happen. And same thing with the Democrats. See, if I'm one of the Democrats, which I'm not, thank God, but if I was one of the Democrats, I would be saying, you know what? Why am I hating on this investigation into the FBI and all of their suspicious behavior that struck up this whole Russia investigation in the first place? Why am I hating on that? I mean, what that got to do with me? That would be my thing. What that got to do with me? Because see, if I am pushing for the investigation on one side, but yet at the same time trying to block the investigation on the other side, that might show that I have a motive, right? Why? If I'm all about seeking truth, if I'm all about just getting to the bottom of everything, that should go both ways, right? It should be, you know what? Let's see if the president had some type of corruption going on over there, you know, some collusion. But at the same time, since there's evidence coming out about the FBI and the origin of this whole thing, let's check on that too. But no, for some reason now, all of a sudden, they have 100% faith in the FBI, CIA, DOJ, and it cannot be questioned, especially if it has the potential to expose corruption on their part. If it is going directly against their politically motivated narrative, so now all of a sudden you can't question them. You are circumventing the law. You are just completely desecrating and disrespecting our loyal servants in the FBI and the CIA and all that stuff. You know, no reason to investigate these things because guess what? We just believe. We just believe that people with that much power will never abuse it. Yeah, we're just blind. That's all we are. And so you always have to ask yourself, why are they hating on the fact that Devin Nunes and the rest of the crew are now pushing towards getting down to the bottom of how this whole thing started? If you want it to be legit and instill trust back in America, then you should be pushing both ways. But they're hating on it. And see, this is the next thing to let you know that they're sniffing too close to the poo-poo, okay? Listen to what John Brennan did.
Good morning to you.
Hey, Dan.
Dan Bond and Gino, that's my boy right there.
Speaking of bad blood, John Brennan, who used to run the
Johnny
CIA,
Brennan.
he sent out an ominous tweet yesterday after it was announced that the department
Whoops, whoa. I took the volume down, my fault.
anything
Let's see.
inappropriate. And it says this: Senator McConnell and Speaker Ryan, if Mr. Trump continues along this disastrous path, you will bear major responsibility for the harm done to our democracy. You do a great disservice to our nation and the Republican Party if you continue to enable Mr. Trump's self-serving actions. So the question to you, Dan.
So did you hear that mess? Now, here's the thing. If I'm John Brennan, I done moved on with my life. I am no longer inside of the CIA. I ain't got nothing to do with this. I mean, when they brought me in, testified, hey, I don't know nothing about this stuff, I'm out of there. I don't care what they do. If I'm nonpartisan, I'm saying, hey, man, that they ain't got nothing to do with me no more. I'm out of there. Let them carry on. But if I had something to do with this, if I was involved with it, If I somehow could be implemented in starting this, being a key player in this, I probably would do what he just did, which is try to hate on it and throw out a subliminal threat to make it seem like by allowing Donald Trump to let them investigate something that looks and smells like it's corrupt and restore confidence back in to the FBI and the CIA and all that stuff, by allowing that to happen, you're doing damage to the country. You right now are about to go so far that you're going to just go down in history as somebody who just destroyed our democracy. Translation: they're getting a little too close to discovering that I might have been one of the masterminds behind this, and I need this to stop immediately because you're getting too close to discovering the boo-boo in my pants, okay? I've been walking around with poop in my pants, and people been, you smell that? Is that me or is it? Yeah, I don't know who you're saying. Ain't me. Yeah, that's what he's been saying. Ain't me. I don't know. I smell it too. Yeah, trying to make it seem like it's the next guy. But the reality is he's the one with the poop in the pants, okay? And people are starting to get closer and closer to smelling that poop. So now what he's doing is he's trying to say, no, it's over there. Go somewhere else. Don't look this way. It ain't me. In fact, I'm going to throw out the moral issue of you just serving Donald Trump agenda to undermine this investigation because you know what? You can never question authority. There's really no oversight. And even if the evidence is very apparent, but the evidence might lead to me, then I have to step in and try to stop that from happening and tell you to go that way. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say, look, up there, not over here, up there. That's what he's doing because he's afraid that they're about to come right down his street and he's going to get drug into it with Sally Gates and a whole bunch of the rest of the crew that all put this thing together, okay? And so when that happens, the crap's going to hit the fan. And all of the stuff that President Trump's been talking about for a year and some change is going to come crashing down on all these players. And Johnny Brennan knows it's coming. He see the writing on the wall and he's panicking. He's under the collar like, oh, shoot, what can I do to divert this away from me? See, and that's the telltale sign. When you start getting flustered and you start launching attacks for no reason. Because, see, my thing is, what's your skin in this? You ain't even got a dog in the fight, apparently. So what do you care whether they investigate this or not? John, unless you really do got a dog in the fight. Think about that. So let's see how this all plays out. Apparently, John Kelly's involved now, and they're going to get this information to us. And when it all comes out, man, the Democrats and the rest of them are going to scatter like roaches when the lights come on. And you know what they do. As soon as the lights come on, the Brown brothers be out. See, I don't know about y'all. I grew up in an area where the Brown brothers was around. We did the best we could with the boric acid and all that stuff, but sometimes they slide in and wait right good until I have company. Had this one little cute girl over one time. She was sitting across from me on the couch. And right behind her, I see one of the Brown brothers crawling up the wall. And I couldn't look up there because then she'd turn around and see it. And so I'm just sitting there. When he saw that I saw him, he just stopped, looked over the shoulder like, maybe if I stand still, he won't see me. And immediately I was like, hey, would you like to go in the other room? Come on. Don't look back. Don't look back. Come, just go in there. When she went in there, I came in there and I said, you going to stop embarrassing me in front of all my friends. And smashed him. And that's what I hope the Justice Department does to all these roaches in Washington. Smash them. Don't let them run. Smash them. Now, you've been listening to Kevin's Corner. If you like this video, hit like, share it. Find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter, and if you want to support Kevin and Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom to do so, and we will see you next time in Kevin's Corner. God bless you, and leave my mailbox alone.